Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy.
All right, everyone, let me tell you this right now. First off, thank you for listening. Secondly, my laptop just took forever, like all day, to download and re-download and get everything, all the systems going. So I'm recording this fast. It's like literally almost midnight. I'm recording this to just kind of get this out there. Also, on top of that, Fullbuddy Fantasy Football will not have Craig and Corey Bentley on it live today. Again, laptop. Also, a 4-day weekend. Also, pandemic. But they did send me their picks. So I'm going to go super fast. We're not going to have talking over each other and this and that. We're going to talk about who we're starting, who we're sitting, who's our waiver wire pickup, and then also our picks of the week. And so I'm going to start it out. Right now, Corey has a hill. He's a hill. He's got a hill theme going on. King of the Hill. We'll call him King of the Hill right now. First off, Fullbuddy of the week, he calls it. The one to start, if you got him on your roster and you don't know if you should start him or not. Taysom Hill, quarterback for the Saints, showed some promise last week. Didn't know what we're going to look at. Didn't know how that was going to go. He looked decent out there. Also, Pittman Jr., the wide receiver for the Colts, he's coming back strong. And in fact, he seems to be a little more of a trusted receiver than T.Y. Hilton in a sense right now. He's getting a lot more looks. So I do agree with those picks. Good job, Corey. I'm still not sold on Taysom Hill, though. But I do like what you got going on. Craig had put down Mike Davis versus the Vikings. Also, Derek Carr. Of course, wait, timeout. Of course, Mike Davis, A of all. Of course. Back to the who we're starting for Craig. Derek Carr versus Falcons. Atlanta, his notes, allowing league high fantasy points per game. So if you've got Derek Carr and you're thinking about, who should you start? Now, obviously you're going to probably start Pat Mahomes and a few others, Russell Wilson, if you happen to have Derek Carr on your bench. But if you have Derek Carr and you're wrestling to, who should I pick up for my games? Who should I start, I should say. And you're kind of wrestling between him and I don't know. Wrestling between him and Phillip Rivers. Probably should go with him. Phillip Rivers just gets scared and throws the ball aimlessly and kind of hopes he hits somebody. A lot of COVID going on. Who knows if any of these people are going to be, if these games are going to be playing as well tomorrow or this morning when you're listening to this. In a lot of league formats, Tuesday, it's kind of split right now. Some leagues are allowing Tuesdays if the Ravens and the Steelers play. Other leagues are not allowing it. So be careful, check in. I had to move a few of mine off. Here's my play of the week. Right now, I like Hines. I like Wilkins. But we're going to hold off. Actually, that's probably more of a bench player of the week or like a waiver wire pickup because Jordan Wilkins went. So I kind of teased you there. I'm going to travel back in time and play Will Fuller, Deshaun Watson, as well as Amari Cooper. I think that's the play there. Those are the people you must start. But no, for reals though. Again, I'm looking at my list of people, and they're mostly just backups. And so let me see if someone is here that I can recommend. Austin Eckler is back. I don't know if that's. I think start him because Balaj is questionable, is now ruled out. So now they kind of are forced with Austin Eckler coming off an injury. If you have him on your IR, if you have him on your bench, bring him back on. I'm gonna go ahead, but they're playing Buffalo, so that's a little rough as well. Yeah, so, I mean, you've got those. I don't know. Start Eckler. All right, let's move on. Okay, who are we sitting? So here we go. We got Craig again. Craig had Craig, we're going to go with him first. Rojo, Ronald Jones Jr., and Fournette versus the Chiefs defense. Sit 'em. I don't agree with that completely because, and here's the thing, Craig messaged me this week and he says, everything that I've ever said, he's overthinking everything right now doing this podcast, the Fullbuddy cast, just always trying to bring the heat, and he's overthinking things, reading too many articles, and it's kind of like hurt him. And so I feel like this might hurt him. I'm going to give him, this is his shamrock, because I really feel like Tom Brady loves to do little dump offs as well. And so that's where kind of you've got Ronald Jones Jr. kind of come in there, take some of those throws, as well as Fournette. Fournette can't catch worth a lick, though. That's what I've noticed in the past few games. Fournette's dropping like 2 or 3 balls every game. Other thing he says is Higgins, Boyd, pretty much any Cincy receiver now that Burrow is done. If you have a wide receiver, according to Craig, take the Bengals wide receiver, burrow him into the ground because Burrow is out. To me, I think I've noticed, I don't know if you guys have noticed this as well, it's a 50-50. In my opinion, I've seen, like Amari Cooper got a lot of looks from Dalton this past week. There's a few receivers that these inexperienced, in a sense, Dalton's obviously not super inexperienced, but these backup QBs, they're going to throw to somebody. And maybe they just choose a tight end that they really feel comfortable with, or they choose one wide receiver. Usually they're not spraying it all over the field, though. So I would, if you're forced to play somebody, you might get lucky and he might be the receiver that you, and right now, so there's some people out there that are probably forced to play a few players because of COVID right now, just kind of forced. So that was Craig's. Here's the full bench of the week. The Broncos wide receivers. The one person that you may not want to bench, and we've got a little Taysom Hill QB tight end thing. If you can exploit the rule, Ian Rappaport said that Hinton, I think it's Hinton, right? He played for Wake Forest, I want to say, as a QB. And so if that is the case, yeah, wide receiver Kendall Hinton will play plenty at QB tomorrow or today per source. He did play QB for a few years at Wake Forest. So Royce Freeman, Royce to 5'9", he's also listed as the emergency QB. So you could see that as well. A lot of play in between Royce Freeman and Hinton. Might be worth grabbing them if you're desperate. I grabbed Hinton. I am super desperate. I am so desperate in one league. I was 6-3. I've lost the last 2. Now I'm at 6-5. I'm still in that 4th playoff spot, but I have to win. Like, I have to win. If I lose and the other person loses as well, Jenna, shout out Jenna Brassard, she has more points. She's going to make the playoffs, and I'm going to be a laughing stock because all I needed to do was just win one more game. I just left the door open, but who cares about that? My bench of the week is just don't. Oh, by the way, what did I say that Corey had? Corey also had Ryan Tannehill. So start Taysom Hill, bench Ryan Tannehill. For me, who am I benching right now? Derrick Henry, even though he scored super well on that last, he scored plenty of points last week. It was like garbage points though. Like he did break a run to give a go ahead touchdown to win the game, but it was he's just not doing what he's not producing. He's just not producing. I also would probably bench, some people are looking active right now. But yeah, let me back up. You got to start a Cleveland running back, Hunt or Chubb. Start them. They're going against 27th ranked running backs or running defense for Jacksonville. But when it comes to everything else, I would bench. I mean, Todd Gurley's out. I mean, there's so many people that are out. Corey Davis, and Marquise Brown. If you're not benching Marquise Brown, you're an idiot at this point of the season. Well, yeah, obviously that's COVID. See, I don't even know who's playing anymore. So, anyway, you've got. We're gonna go to grab them if you can. Here's the waiver wire picks. So waiver wire pick, we're going with that Hill theme. Brian Hill, Corey says, pick and play. Brian Hill for the running back, the backup to Todd Gurley. You got a spot there. Gabriel Davis, wide receiver, Buffalo. I don't know why he said that. I'm not against it, but he didn't give me any real notes on that. But I love my Stephon Diggs. Let's see here. Waiver wire pickup is Fitzmagic versus the Jets. That's what Craig says. Grab them. And then Aguilar at Falcons, which has got to be a little rough for those Philly fans who are like, wow, Aguilar's finally doing things. And, I mean, there's that one clip of that guy who, saved a child. Go look it up on YouTube. Saved a child. Gave a interview. He's from Philadelphia. And he said, yeah, I just caught that kid. Unlike Aguilar, who can't catch anything. That was pretty funny. With me, I'm picking up Hill as well. I'm picking up Hinton as well. I'm starting Hines. Wilkins is not a bad shot either. I mean, they're just going to split carries there. That's not too bad. Perrine possibly with Giovanni Bernard being semi-injured. You've got Joe Mixon on the IR. There is a lot of people out there you could probably just go grab and start. I think Deebo Samuel's available now to start. He's playing. Might as well, right? I mean, there's a lot out there that you could probably choose from. I'm watching old Carlos Hyde for the Seahawks. You know, how is they're saying Chris Carson's coming back, but you know, they could be a little worried about maybe not. They won't play him every, first snap, second snap usually. For every first set of series. So who knows? Who knows how they're going to play? Who they're going to play? What they're going to play? All right, let's get into the quick. I had a whole thing planned, and my laptop just crushed it for me. I was going to have video, and I downloaded a bunch of images from the internet. It was going to be so cool, guys, and then this happened. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just so mad right now. All right, we're going to do the the lock. Seattle over crap Philly is what Corey says. Seattle over crap Philly. Let's just happen to see what Craig has to say. Craig says his lock is Philly. Oh, that's his upset is Philly over Seattle. Philly over Seattle. He's actually given me another $5 bet. I lost $5 that last week. He's giving me another one. He's giving me the spread 6.5. He's taking Philly. He's just wants to give me my money back, and I appreciate that. He does say his lock is Saints over Denver, which at this point, yeah, probably. That is probably the lock right now because Denver, unless John Elway comes out of that tunnel, which would be sweet. Let's see if Corey gave a upset. Yeah, he did. Niners over Rams is his upset. Who knows if they're even going to play? I mean, I'm telling you, they don't even have a stadium anymore. They were told that they can't, that they're being forced to play elsewhere. I'm going to say I don't know if I'm taking the Colts over the Titans. I don't know if that's a lock. I don't know if that's an upset, but Colts are just playing so well right now. No, actually, I'm going back. I'm going back. Well, no, I have to root for that because I put that into Matt's league. I'm going Colts over the Titans. I feel terrible about that. Let's see if I have any other upsets that I can see. It'll be interesting to see how RG3 does against Pittsburgh. I think that's not going to be good, actually. Yeah, I don't really. That's it. So I'm saying Colts over. That's my upset, I guess. Colts over Titans, 7-3, 7-3. But I feel like I don't know. I do not know. Lock of the week, though, I'm going Browns. That's what Browns over Jags. Gosh, I kind of like that anymore. I don't know. This week is so crazy, so weird, so who cares? Like, I don't even know where life is at this point. Settling that holiday feeling, got done eating. Thanksgiving was wonderful, full, but now it's like my brain's like a mess because COVID's throwing things off. I've been, gearing up mentally that after the holidays and after football, I'm going to have nothing to look forward to for like 3 months because I'm going to be stuck at home again. You get in these ruts and you know when you're about to hit a rut. But you know what? We're content. We're thankful. We're happy with what we got. Thank you for listening. Good luck to you in your fantasy football league. Good luck to the Seahawks. They don't need it because they're playing Philly. And good luck to the Colts because that's my gold coin. And that's probably the horseshoe for Corey, too, to beat the Titans. That's just a little bit of the oomph they need to get right over the Titans there. Thanks for listening. Check out the rest of what we got coming out last week's and see if we messed you up. I know that Jared Skelly's got questions out there, and we need to get Craig and Corey in here because I caught up with Brad that called me Lenny, and it kind of threw me off. But I've got like a whole list of things to talk to Craig about. It's like a whole Brad podcast. Crazy stuff, actually. Really sincerely cool things, but also Brad shared a touching story that I'll just talk. It's just, and I said, can I share it? You guys got to listen to it next time I talk with Craig because I don't want to share it without Craig because he was there listening to it. But Brad shared a touching moment that was very whoa to me. So shout out Brad, even though he calls me Lenny. And anyway, good luck. Go Hawks. Go Colts. Do not go Eagles. Take care.
Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy.